What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell, Whispers from the Stars. This is our D&D 5th edition campaign. I am joined by almost the full cast and crew. Hopefully, Doobie209, also known as Tristan Farrell, will be joining us here in a little while. He's running a little behind. But for now, let's talk to the cast. Brief introductions from all. Let's start with the very sleep-deprived Velree, Kayla.
Oh, it is I, Velree. What you get today, guys? Sorry about you. But yes, I play a former elf turned impure, and I'm a barbarian. I have really sharp claws. They're magical.
Magic claws.
The costume might come together as the night goes on. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. And then our Leonard Skinner roadie, Moog Broadjaw, played by Dan Decker.
That's right, brother. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, crossbow expert. Okay,
Expert.
bugbear, 10 foot tall. Oh wait, 8 foot tall, 10 foot reach. But what the hell difference is 2 foot, right? Fucking, I'm crazy now.
Crazy.
All right, crazy. And that's why all of a sudden, Skinner, bruh. No,
Skinner.
Yeah, I'm covered in barnacles. Bitch of the dredger. I got the best crew that a bugbear could ask for, though. Until we figure it all out, I'm just gonna keep plugging fools from about 120 feet out. No big deal, brother. Just ruining Anthony's day is all.
There you go. Then next we've got old Mateo. Jumbo Smooth.
Me, Jumbo Smooth. How's it going, everyone? I play Rogar, son of Amu, 7'5", 40-pound dragonborn barbarian. Looking for Sinsu, a female dragonborn. At least he assumes she's dragonborn. He's not quite sure yet these days. He recently acquired a headband a eyebrow of, or what is it? A ring of intellect.
Yeah, sure.
A piercing of intellect.
Piercing of intellect. There we go.
Yes, and he's a lot smarter than he used to be. So he's seeing things in a new light, acting a little differently than they used to. Calls everyone by their name now. Doesn't say pale one. So he's just trying to change, trying to learn new things, see the world in a different perspective. That's Rogar.
Maybe one day he'll learn to read.
Maybe one day.
Last but not least, for now, Andrea, our lovable bard.
For now. Hi, I am Zune. I am a small drow bard, and I'm going to have to make up to the clan man.
The clan
who
man.
Was not an asshole, apparently. I'm the asshole.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right, so it'll be fun.
So, speaking of the clan man, last we left off, the crew had finally managed to escape from the Blighted Isle. At the rescue was one Morag Bittersnout of the Bittersnout Trading Company upon his pride vessel, the Dragon's Hoard, one that you are all familiar with. Of his 3 sailing ships, this is the largest one. Also in tow with him was Niarla, the albino hobgoblin woman that you guys have saved more than once, actually, from very grisly fates, and who may or may not have some strange abilities, one might say, tied to God knows what. But regardless of all that, he managed to rescue you. He looks very different. In fact, he's missing an arm. He's got some severe wounds across his face. He has a dead eye now. And Morag did not look well, and he informed you guys about some of the things that transpired in Conwich at large. Numero uno being that many of the people there were massacred by a cloaked figure with a straw hat that is the reason why he was almost killed himself. with Boars being able to drive the man back with the aid of his warg riders and banish it or kill it or God knows what. It disappeared at some point, and that was that. Not before it dealt a heavy toll, since there were no, what does Trist call them, heroes to save the day. And that happened as well. Someone decided to move in. Decided, hey, I like this place. Maybe they were contacted perhaps by the warg that you guys allowed to flee from the Hill Giants encampment and go tell his buddies where, stuff was happening. Regardless, though, it looks like one Kezan Thunderstrike, a figure intimately familiar with the Son of Amu, as well as I don't think anyone else was there. I think it was just Rogar and Port Dorona. The rest of the people are currently dead. So he's intimately familiar with Rogar and his shenanigans, and has decided that he's taken an interest in this town that's had so many strange things happen there. Especially there's been many psalms that he's been recounted with now of the death of the Conwich Horror, and who knows what else, stories have been sung over the past few months, within the taverns that have been making their rounds. Now that trade is opened up to the outside world. And Kezan has decided to take an interest in your day-to-day. However, upon your rescue by Morag, a scroll was given to you, as it turns out that there were some samurai guard aboard the ship. And Rogar, opening the scroll, a spell was enacted, allowing Kezan Thunderstrike to project an image of himself into the actual cabin of the ship and spark a deal, as well as see around. He do believe he took notice of Nyarla, was one of the only creatures that he really made remarks on, as well as the rest of you taking names to faces, and decided to wager a deal with Rogar. One, he would wipe his slate clean, remove the bounty from his head, in exchange for a glass globe that appears to be filled with a miniaturized galaxy, something you may or may not already have in your possession. He pointed you in the direction of Zinmith, because apparently that's where his trail has led him thus far. You decided that you were going to Zinmith already, mostly for the benefit of Mo Bradshaw, as he's been hunting his missing cousin Zidrin for a long time now, and has not made a lot of progress, and this has been one of his last leads, and that's why he wants to go there. So, after boarding the ship, you guys had sailed not too far from the Blighted Isle that you were currently on, in the direction of Zinmith, especially with Tristan Varel's very, very ridiculously high maneuvering roll. You're able to cover a little bit of I say ground, but time towards the island. And in that time, both Zune and I think we've got our Tristan Varel. Boom, there he is. So, both Zune and Velree had found themselves wanting to relax a little. They went drinking down below in the cabin. They found a sailor, the cook of the vessel, who referred to himself as the Clam Man. And there was a strange drinking happened. Somebody may or may not have been showing a lot of, like sexual intentions, perhaps. There's a lot of steamy interaction there. And then Zune went unconscious from a single beverage. And then Velree, after three to be exact, finally wasted, stumbled out of the room and just left Zune there with a horned up goblin. And shenanigans happened on the ship, including the assault there were some foul creatures that flew in from the sky. You guys made very short work of them. They didn't have a chance to do anything.
You could say the foul were felled.
The foul were felled. These flying creatures that had 3 heads, strange body, amalgamation of creatures. Yeah. One of them being dropped into the ocean well before it even got towards the ship. The other being killed by Moog Brajan, a display of savagery, where he put a bolt through its open mouth and blew out its asshole, showering Rogar in blood and shit. However, right after that, I do believe Captain Varel grabbed a hold of the inebriated Velree, who had just puked over the side moments before, and planted a large kiss on her, then just tossed her to the side as he took the wheel. And that's, that happened. So, yeah. So we're going to pick up. I did forget to mention that Zune woke up during this interaction, discovered the clam man dragging him towards the pantry, decided to turn him into a rat, thinking that he had impure intentions, which there's possibly, we'll see, and threw him in the pantry and then left him there. But that is where we're picking up. So the body of the Chimera is on the deck of the ship. It is very much dead. Very much dead. The weather has you've hit a bit of a spot where you're almost like in the eye of the storm. You're in a clearing. There's actually sunlight above you. It is early in the day still. You guys haven't made it that far towards Zenmouth at this point. But all of that took place. What would you guys like to do?
We're still making our way towards Zenmouth on the airship or the boat.
Yes, on the boat.
On a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How much more time sailing would you think we had?
They said I believe that Morag stated that it would be about a day's sail to get there.
What time of day are we at now?
You're early in the day. You still have like another probably
colors the sky
20 hours or so.
Yeah, what colors the sky?
In the pocket that you're in,
yeah,
you have blue skies above you.
Yeah.
You can see the 3 suns of Emberfell,
mm-hmm.
high in the sky. You can still see the ring that circles it, very dimly in the bright light. But you're in the center of a pocket of pressure, one might say, where around you is dark storm clouds that have gathered.
Oga's, he feels like he might be, he's probably a sailor. He feels like.
Oh, is he?
Oh,
okay.
He's up in the crow's nest now, he's looking out over the horizon there, waves and the curvature there, staring out into the distance and just, he thinks he can hear the voices of his ancestors on the waves, on the air of the sea. Now, not the bugbears, not those ancestors, but the ancestors of the deep, just being a little crazy.
I can see it. I like it.
That's all. What's that? Oh, okay. He's just chilling in the crow's nest.
How long until I'm not drunk?
You were poisoned for an hour.
An hour.
Yes.
Velree's gonna go sleep it off.
Not gonna acknowledge what happened with Captain Varel there?
Nope. He's gonna stumble away and
is Velree, you kind of stumble down the stairs that go down to the main deck. You see Rogar there. He's just kind of hands up, covered in shit and blood, just kind of like
healthy coping mechanisms.
I might yell out to just to like towards Rogar and keep on walking off. Prestidigitation, whatever, but she's gonna drunkenly say it.
Prestidig that shit.
Rogar's like taking his arms and like trying to like
fling it off.
Fling it off,
Smells horrible.
Roger is going to head over towards the corpse of the chimera land on the ship.
It is. It rocked the ship even because it is heavy.
It's a large creature.
Yes, large, very large. This thing probably weighs somewhere between 800 to 1,000 pounds. It's big.
All right. Okay. It's large. So Roger is going over towards it, trying to take a look at it.
Okay.
He, especially focusing on on the heads, if whatever is left. I'm not sure which head he shot. I guess is it a lion's head?
The one that he shot through was the center head, which was a lion's head.
Yeah.
Okay.
As it rolled over in pain.
There is a head that resembles that of a kind of like a distorted dragon. As well, and like a goatish head as well. And they're not quite perfect representations of each species. They're this strange kind of amalgamation, and there's also some other elements of bizarre interaction with the physiology of this corpse. But are we looking for like harvesting materials, or are we just kind of looking it over?
Maybe something interesting that Rogar finds maybe worth harvesting, but also just fascinated by how such a creature could exist, I guess.
All right.
I don't necessarily need to make a roll for that. I mean, he's curious, I guess, I don't need an answer is what I'm saying, I guess.
Yeah, there is one thing though. Give me an investigation check.
Okay. I take out my monocle.
Of course.
I love it. On the Origin of Chimera by Rogar Whitescale.
Yes, exactly. Oh, not very good. 12.
With a 12, you see that the creature it's obviously an amalgamation of just like multiple animals. The only time you've seen something similar like this is perhaps some of the demons you probably saw in the wastes, essentially. And but it doesn't smell like a demon. It smells like something semi-natural, though obviously not completely. But at the same token, you also saw some very strange and bizarre things on the Blighted Isle, and this looks like it would definitely be right at home. It would fit in that bizarre ecosystem of that blackened rock that you guys lived on for a month.
No signs of it's hard to tell, I guess, but there's no signs that it would have been created rather than mutated or evolved, I guess.
Not that you can tell, Rogar.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Did Rogar find anything useful to harvest?
You do in fact find some useful aspects about this creature. Let me pull up this real fast just to make sure. Okay, so for one, you find that it has the teeth of the lion themselves appear to be exceptionally sharp and large. And if harvested, you could make a fine weapon out of them, perhaps. Or a good set of decoration, whatever floats Rogar's boat.
Mm-hmm.
You can also tell with the dragon that there, if you're are you going to open this thing up on the deck?
I mean, unless someone's stopping me, probably.
Rogar's he starts, he's got out his monocle. He starts getting out some knives and starts cutting into this carcass. You manage to find that there's a possibility of harvesting a gland in the dragon's head that might, with certain application and certain instruments, might allow one to harvest the ability for fire breathing.
Interesting. Okay.
Might be useful. I mean, Rogar, you know a lot about creatures and whatnot, and you would know that the meat on this thing might be edible. There's a lot of meat here.
Okay.
A lot of meat here, as well as just other things that could be made from a carcass.
Rogar will start to harvest as much as he can.
Go and give me a survival roll, Rogar. Or a nature check. I'm sure you want to do the survival roll, though.
Survival.
Yeah.
13.
With a 13, you do manage to harvest. I'll give you 2 things, depending on what you want. Okay. What you want to do.
Probably more interested, unless the food stores I know are really low. I don't know if there would be. I guess I would call out to,
yeah. It wouldn't hurt to
sailor.
It definitely wouldn't hurt to supplement at all.
Okay. Then he'll take meat
mm-hmm.
and the dragon gland.
Okay. With 13, yeah, I'll give you both of those. The rest of it seems to be a little bit too damaged, and that's what you're gonna come from it. You managed
teeth all broken from Moog's arrow.
Exactly. Destroyed. Most of them are cracked, and one of the ones you tried to remove kind of like they almost become like gelatinous as you're prying them off, and they kind of just melt away. It's disgusting.
Okay.
But you do manage to harvest quite a bit of meat, like a lot of meat. And the gland, you manage to get it. And with a 13, it is, I don't know, it's slightly damaged, not completely, but you have it. You have it in your hands, and I guess you can put it in a jar or something. I don't know what you're going to do with it. But
if I can find a jar somewhere, I'll probably use that.
Just put like chimera gland or something on there. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah. All right.
Anything else?
Not from me, besides trying to get the shit off of me at some point.
Yes. Morag's on the top deck with you, Trist.
Yes.
He's kind of up there. He's like, oh, God, you think he'll be done soon? It smells awful.
Yeah, I can fix it if you want to take the wheel. I can go down there and take care of him.
Yes, if you would. Are you Trist? Are you in Velree a thing?
I don't like to label things.
I see. Word of the wise, my friend. Just take it from an old sailor that, not having labels on someone you spend a lot of time in close quarters with can end badly, especially for one as dangerous as herself.
She can handle herself.
I'm thinking of you getting your head ripped off. I've seen what she can do. It's terrifying.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
Okay. Well,
anyway.
I just, it is what it is. Please help tell Rogar to get that thing off the ship as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And he takes the wheel
down the
with
stairs.
his one arm. Okay, he starts
Rogar, get this damn thing off this ship right now.
Rogar sits up from his
covered in blood.
covered it. Removes his monocle. I will get rid of it when I am finished with it. And goes back to carving into it.
How much longer is that going to be? We're losing the wind here with this weight on us. We're losing time.
I don't know. It depends on how long Rogar thinks whatever is
to harvest the meat. You're going to be there a little while. You're going to be there probably a solid. You're going to be a while.
Okay. Rogar will tell Trist the meat. I'm ashamed to let it go to waste. The crew could use it.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be cutting meat when you are covered in filth like that. It's a contamination hazard.
Interesting. I'm not aware of such a.
Don't think too hard about it. I'll fix you up real quick here and get you smelling like your usual self. By the way, I saw you throw your javelin, your lightning one.
I did. It's up there in the crow's nest.
stuck
Okay,
right
good.
above
Okay.
Moog's head. It's just kind of jammed in the mast.
Caught a glimpse of it when you threw it. It looked like you tweaked your arm a little bit, and it just kind
I
of.
did. The first throw I threw was a little too hard. Pulled a muscle. Twitch pain came over when the second time.
Work it out.
Well, don't forget that, and get this thing off the dick as soon as you can. And
I will.
I
Once
gotta go
finish
talk to
it.
Morak.
There's some of the other sailors have come out and they're like trying to mop around the creature.
By the way, have you seen
Around it.
Zoom? I haven't seen Zoom in a little bit.
I was throwing up on deck.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No,
that's right.
When it's my turn, I'm gonna immediately turn around, go back downstairs to the clam man because he clearly
he's
wasn't
gone.
lying.
I was gonna say, did I run into Zune on the way down?
I'll say that
Yeah.
you might run into her or him as he is entering into the kitchen.
Yeah.
You open the kitchen
Then we go
door.
back to the kitchen.
It's a little bit of a mess in here where the ship was like rocked back and forth. There's like some pots and pans on the floor and things like that. Some of the food spilled.
Well, we do need food. Well, I guess I'll open the pantry. And do I have to kill him to
There's a
break it?
rat. There's a rat like cowering in the corner, just staring up at you. You would know. You just have to not concentrate, and then he'll pop back to himself.
I'll let him pop back to himself.
Don't kill me! Don't do it, please!
I apologize.
Oh,
There may have been a misunderstanding.
what?
But surely you understand what that looked like. And
well, yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
I know. I don't want to. I don't swing that way. I saw that you've got a package down there.
Insight check. Saw that I had a package down there. How closely was he
Give me
looking,
an insight check.
motherfucker? All right.
Go give me an insight check.
You little shit.
I had to get
I'm not
leverage.
saying
I
that.
had to lift you down below. Yeah.
Bum. I'm gonna use my DM inspiration
Sure, why not?
because
You don't want to use that 7?
there we go.
22. Dear God.
Hi, friend.
As you're talking to him, you can see that he looks nervous, and perhaps he did grope you before he decided to drag you off. But you can tell that he feels nervous about it. But I don't know, his intentions are muddled, one might say.
Well, let's just in the future, when you come across a situation similar to what happened earlier, maybe just think twice about it. Intimidation roll.
I don't think
It's probably not going to be good.
I don't think there's a need
enough
to, but sure,
intimidation.
why not? Go ahead.
It doesn't matter.
Don't
15.
forget you're at disadvantage right now.
Oh shit, you're
Zoom.
right. Disadvantaged intimidation. 15's my low one.
15. So 15's still pretty good. And he rolls a natural 20 actually.
Oh shit, I don't intimidate him.
Nope.
He's like,
He's gonna do it again.
He's drunk. He's drunk. He's like, hey,
yeah, of course. I would never. I apologize about that. But I've really got to get working on lunch. Do you want to help? You want some clams?
Actually, I'm gonna stay in the kitchen and help him because I'm getting fucking
come
hungry.
on.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
stealing
come on over
food.
here.
Velree, as you walk by, you see Zune helping the clan man. He's on a little stool, and Zune's kind of helping him prepare some lunch for the crew. Kind of peek your head in.
Check
I'm
that.
gonna snap celery or whatever when she walks in and like
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm gonna forgive her immediately because she's scary. But
she's
you know,
scary, and it's
And,
been
you know.
beat into you over the years.
just like
Yes.
yeah, female elf. She's in control.
Exactly.
Okay, this is fine.
All right.
This is okay.
Velree, are you going in anywhere particular? Or you just kind of like find a place to go unconscious?
Yeah, wherever the first cleared out room is.
I will tell you as you begin to kind of walk down the hall, eventually you You make your way, and there's an open door, and Nyarla's there, the albino woman.
Mhm.
Oh, Velree, there was a bit of a commotion. Is everything okay?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Everything's fine now. Everything's
Oh.
fine.
Are you all right? You don't look so
I'm
good.
great. I just need to lay down for a minute.
Well, come in here. And
Uh,
she motioned you to come into the.
all right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You go into essentially the nurse's station on the ship here,
Don't let her kill your buzz, man.
and she has you just kind of lay down, and she gives you a drink of something. She goes, "Here, this will help you."
Hair of the
Right.
dog.
Sniff it.
You smell it. It smells like water. It does.
I'm gonna kind of look at her because, like, obviously, I don't typically drink water or whatever this is.
It's there's nothing foul about this, Velree. If you have any.
All right. And I kind of say F it and drink.
Okay, you drink some of it. It is in fact a type of water.
Mhm.
However, upon drinking this water, Velree, your buzz is gone, and you are no longer poisoned, as it is removed from your body, as you are healed, one might say.
Thank you.
You feel much better all of a sudden.
So great.
You're like, oh shit, feeling great.
Yeah. And I'm like start thinking about everything that happened, like this big giant chimera fell at us, and then
There's some blank spots in there, but
leaving Zoom behind.
yeah, good stuff.
Mhm.
Well, feel free to lay down as long as you want. I'll just be over here rearranging this mess. And there's some of the medicine and bandages and things have kind of spilled out, and she's just kind of trying to put it all back together.
I'll actually, for once in my life, help her.
Okay.
Help her put some
All right,
stuff
so
away.
Velree begins to help. Everybody's pitching in. Real class acts here.
That's right.
All right. Well, with Tristan Farrell's previous role, I'm not going to make him roll again. I'm assuming you go back up to the deck at some point, Tris, to help do some steering. Okay. Morag's very appreciative. It's difficult with one arm to do what he used to be able to do easily. And under his guidance, you're able to steer the ship, and you manage to steer into the clear weather. Takes you for quite a while. You don't run into any of the more choppy or hazardous waves for quite some time. However, I need Mo Broadjaw to give me a perception test. Because of Tristan Varel, you would get advantage, but since you have disadvantage, it makes you just a straight roll for now, though.
And what kind of look do you want there, friend?
Just give me a straight perception test, please.
Perception test. Got it right up. Here we go. Oh damn, bro.
That's a 7.
Yeah. Man, Moog is
Mo's looking
sunrise.
Sunrise. He's shit.
No, man,
So-
he sees the sunrise, brother.
Is there anyone else on the deck of the ship besides Trist?
I mean, if Rogar is still there, he's still there, but unless he's
I see
already
some few hours have
pulled the
passed
carcass
and
off.
Rogar's been
Yeah.
and basically you have a few of the other sailors, and by a few I mean like one or two other ones that are helping you carry the meat. They're basically you're carving and they're picking up the large slabs and they're taking it to the kitchen for storage. So you're still there. So Trist, you give me a perception test, and then Rogar, because you're busy, you can give me one at disadvantage.
$11.
11 from Trist, a 12 from Rogar. The DC wasn't very high, so you actually both do, in fact, see this. Essentially, Trist, you kind of see it out of the corner of your eye, but Rogar, it's like you're handing a slab of meat, like one of these large, like caveman slabs, over to one of the crew. It's like, oh, like holding it for a moment. You're kind of stacking them up, and you look over and you see that there's something out in the distance, in the almost towards where the weather's getting a little bit choppy. On the ocean itself, something's floating, a large shape.
Rogar will call out to Tristan and Morag and Moog.
As you
do you see that over there? Just points it out.
And Morag kind of tits his head over the top of the banister, kind of looking down. What direction, Rogar?
Is it port or
I
starboard?
don't give a shit. I would say you point. You find a point.
Port is left.
Yeah.
Port is left. Starboard is right.
We'll say starboard then. It's on starboard. As
Starboard.
You starboard. As you point out towards the shape, and Morag reaches down with his one arm, gets his spyglass, and kind of,
We're zooming.
Extends, and he's like, he's looking out. Oh, looks like we got a ship. It looks like it's leaning, maybe going down. And he kind of pushes it back, puts it in place.
The sugar is it going down swinging?
The inspiration.
Damn it. Okay.
What?
Okay. Trist.
Lauren, what's the call here? Did you go out and rescue those people?
Typically, I used to make a habit of doing so, but you never know who you're gonna find. Maybe we'll learn more as we get close.
Pull her in a little closer.
All right. The way they're leaning, they're not going to be moving too fast, so I feel confident we can outrun them if we need to.
You got the munitions for these cannons in case we need them?
There are no cannons.
Oh shit!
The cannons were on the Sea Hag, but they were taken off, purposely removed, if you remember. And it appears they are not on the Dragon's Hoard, so you have no idea where those cannons are.
Oh.
There was a ballista. It is shattered and broken on the prow of the ship because the ship has been attacked numerous times on its patrol of the shallows. No, but I do know a sharpshooter and a wizard that could probably handle anything.
You flatter me.
Hey, what's that other feller's name?
Are you call down from the crow's nest, Mo? You've been listening this whole time?
Man, I get bugbear's got good ears, bro.
Hey, who's that other guy?
Who you talking about? Another sharpshooter? I probably ought to know him.
It's you.
Oh, it's me. Yeah, okay.
Keep an eye on the ship over there.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, you got it. As you begin sailing in that direction, Tris. As you get closer, it looks like Morag gets the spyglass out every so often to check. At this point, Rogar, you're done carving. Do you want to just, I don't know, what do you want to do with the carcass?
It's gonna throw it overboard.
Just toss it over. Just kind of like
drag over.
You toss it. It's strenuous. It's heavy, but you carve enough meat off of it. It's easy enough. You toss it over the side. As you begin to get closer, Morag announces, he looks over towards you, Trist. I don't know about this. Colors don't seem right. Looks like it's been in a fight.
Are we done
It's going to
preparing
start
dinner
coming
yet?
back up.
Yeah. Are we finished with food?
Sure, yeah.
We've been prepared.
Yeah,
Sure,
I'm done.
everybody's
You know,
coming back up.
So great.
Oh, just in time.
Drums.
Yeah, everybody's just in time, gets up to the deck of the ship here.
Something feels quiet and peaceful, which means danger is afoot and someone's making poor decisions. So let's go to the top. Let's find out.
All right.
I like it on top, you know.
I know you do.
Jesus.
As Captain
not
Varel
alone.
begins to pull the boat in closer, Morag looks over, and you see that there's a man standing on the ship. The ship is leaning slightly, as if it has taken damage. There is little bits of you can tell there's lots of damage to the hull along the outside of it. There doesn't appear to be any weapons, like cannons or ballista catapults or anything that appear to be at the ready that you can see as you get closer. There is a man on the deck of the ship waving like a big ass white flag.
When I pull out my little spyglass thing and look at them, what the hell do I see? Does it look like a man still?
You look at it, and yes, there is a man with a flag.
A real man?
It is a real man, as far as you can tell, Zoom.
Anything else fun around?
Why don't you give me a perception test, Zoom?
Jesus.
I'll let you give me one.
Give me a disadvantage.
It would be an advantage, so it'll be just a straight roll.
Not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
It's not
an
good.
8. So Zoom, you see there's a real man.
It's
a
man.
real figure. You can tell it's a man just by kind of like the broad shoulders, unless it's just a really buff woman. There's no way to tell. You rolled an 8.
Could be a buff woman. I've seen buff women.
You're not sure. You're not sure. But there's somebody with a white flag, kind of waving it, trying to flag you guys down.
I'll hand the spyglass over to Tristan.
Okay.
And say it looks like a man.
Or a buff woman, you said?
A buff woman. There are quite a few in the Underdark. You would not really notice, but a lot of our warriors are actually women. But anyway, yes, here. What do you see?
Morag calls over. Does anybody have the name yet?
I can't see it.
And I don't know how to.
None of you've rolled good enough to get a name here. I'll tell you what, Velree, why don't you give me a perception test? You haven't rolled one yet.
Right. I was thinking, I feel refreshed. So let me try.
Feeling good. Go ahead.
Not great.
It's 11. So that's not any better than the rest of them. I was like, no, we haven't seen a name yet. So at this point did you get close? You get close enough to be like in shouting distance. And Morag goes, oh shit. Says, I know that ship. That's the Elusive Rose.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
Pirates.
Oh, right.
As you skid in close, the man's still waving a flag. Hello there, he calls out.
I'll go ahead then, hearing that these might be pirates.
Mm-hmm.
And Morag is sure this is the Rose.
Yes. It does look severely damaged.
But they're pirates.
He says that they're pirates.
Morag, have they given you trouble before, brother?
We've scuffled once or twice.
All right,
As
then.
he shouts down from the crow's nest.
Yeah, as he shouts, he's kind of, he's like, hey, brother, they given you trouble before, and he's going to take that rifle. He's going to beat in on that. He's going to beat in on that guy waving the white flag.
Okay. Are you about to
flag of
shoot
surrender.
the unarmed man?
If
waving the flag of surrender.
If Morag doesn't tell me not to,
the man calls out, "Hail! We could use some help.
Mm-hmm.
We're willing to trade."
Why, we ought to help you when we could just kill you and take it.
Well, you're not wrong.
How many
Screaming
feet
out
away is
across
this
the
man?
chasm here.
Yeah.
Not wrong. You're not flying pirate colors, but I guess that doesn't mean much if you have no honor.
How far away is this guy from us?
A
How
few,
many feet?
like 100 feet or so.
Shit. All right.
I'm just gonna keep aim on him and let Morag.
Morag
I'm gonna follow Morag's lead.
Morag kind of looks over.
I'm not sure about this, but I feel good with you guys here if you're interested.
Or can your crew handle this, Morag?
No, but you guys could easily. They look like they're beat to shit, and I'll be honest with you, there's supposed to be a lot more men on that ship, and there's not.
And it's partially sinking into the water.
Yeah, they have a few problems there. This could be a good opportunity.
All right.
What do you want help with?
Start coming down out of the crow's nest now.
Can we parlay?
I can party, brother. Let me tell you. Hell yeah, brother.
Someone besides that thing in the crow's nest. Can we parlay?
Yeah. Let's parlay.
Okay. Do you call that out?
I don't know if Tristan knows what parlay means.
He's called parlay. He's called parlay.
Parlay.
For his ass. Tristan, what does that mean?
You begin to get the boat.
I don't know.
More
Are we sure we want to do that?
basically it's kind of like a tentative truce until the captains could meet. I prefer if you come with me. And
I'll
gets
bring
over.
Loon along.
You guys line the ships up to where you're within
Trying
like
to.
spitting distance of each other. You do as best you can. You're within about 10-20 feet of each other.
Okay, I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
What's this fuck?
On
On the individual waving the flag saying,
Okay.
"Can we parlay?"
is it a wisdom save?
Let's find out.
Are you trying to
Alright.
prod deep or are you just going for surface thoughts?
I'm trying to prod as deep as I can to
Okay.
see his intentions.
Wisdom save. What is the save?
17.
I have a 17 on the die. I'm sorry.
Fuck, it's fine.
I rolled really well. His wisdom's not
That's
that great,
okay.
but I rolled really well. Sorry.
Hey, it happens.
Okay.
Does he know that now?
I don't think that one works that way for this individual. Other things might be able to tell, but you see a man at the edge of the ship. He appears to be a captain. He's got a long, thick coat. His skin is gleaming, and it is kind of a white with black inlays in it. He looks like he's made of rock, a very smooth, delicate rock, but rock.
Oh.
There is a cutlass on his hip. He has a bracer of pistols across his chest. There are 3 of them to be exact. There's another man standing next to him. Is presumably a larger man. It appears to be a half-orc. And simple kind of sailing gear, nothing too elaborate, as well as a female bugbear that is partially bandaged and wearing the vestments of a priestess of Boel.
Okay, they're all right.
There are a few other simple sailors kind of on the ship. Not many though. Not, for as big as this ship is, there should be a much larger crew. But those are the 3 you see. The captain calls out at this point. He's like, we need to give the hooks. Please, we're relatively unarmed here. And he motions for a few of his men
Grappling
to
hooks.
grab some grappling hooks, and they begin to spin them up to throw them over to your vessel. Moog, are you going to shoot people at this point? I need to ask.
Going to shoot anyone.
Okay. All right. So they throw the hooks over
misfire.
to connect the vessels. So that way they can there's a large plank that they kind of lean across to your ship. Would you feel more comfortable over here or me coming over there? The man calls out.
You look like you're in rough shape. You can come over here.
All right.
And I'm going to put my hands behind my back and make like a little gesture and cast mage armor on myself.
Okay. All right. No problemo there. The man begins to walk across. As he goes, the large half-orc kind of grabs him and is whispering to him. And he nods his head and then begins to walk across the plank.
So it's a half orc, a genasi, and something else.
And a large bugbear woman. That
bugbear.
it looks like they're wearing
Oh.
the vestments of a priestess of
Yeah,
the
a
well.
little something for everyone, right, Mug?
The man, as he walks across, his skin does in fact, I mean, it looks like polished stone.
Ooh,
As he comes up, his hands are open. He still has a bracer of pistol on his chest and his cutlass
chiseled
on his hip.
style.
He is literally chiseled as he walks over, hands up. I am Captain Marble.
I'm enchanted. This is fine.
I am Captain Marble of the Elusive Rose. We hail from the Black Sand Port. I do not mean to present any misgivings, but we're in desperate need of some aid. We've had a rough go of it.
What
I'd be
happened?
if you would be so generous to just give us a tow. The ship's stable enough to where it's afloat. I just don't have the manpower to get us to a safe port. We could do the repairs ourselves. I just need time. I know Zinmouth isn't far from here. I've never been myself. But if you could tow us, that would be great. If not, I understand completely.
Captain, what happened to your ship?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Sea serpent.
Is it still around?
Probably.
Team huddle. Team huddle. Isn't that ship just gonna really slow us down? Should we just like pull them onto the ship?
Oh
and
shit.
Just pull them all onto the ship, and I don't know. Surely they have enough gold to make or buy a new ship. I mean, he looks nice. I mean, we can at least bring him.
Oh soon. Oh soon.
Please, can we keep him?
I mean, I imagine all three of them are going to come if you're trying to take just one.
Awesome.
There's also like there's
Yeah, I was about
like
to
20
say.
or 30 deckhands,
Yeah.
you know, over
It was
there as
like
well.
That's unfortunate.
I guess
Unfortunately, all those men are gonna have to die.
this falls to Morag.
This
Well,
is true.
what are you offering in trade? Well, depends on what you would like. I could offer you service in the future.
Yes.
We could I could exchange information, whatever you would like to know. If I can, I could use my contacts at the Black Sands to possibly garner anything you might need. I don't have a lot of valuables on my possession, but I'll give you whatever I have if that's the kind of deal you'd like to make. However, I'm not in the mind to be swindled, so just one of these trades would be on the table.
You strike a hard bargain for a man whose ship is crippled in the middle of the ocean.
Well, you do speak truth, my white-scaled friend, but let's just say that we could get on. I would just prefer the easier path, if you catch my drift.
Drift is your problem, brother.
Indeed it is, you large, strange man, as he looks at you, Moog, the encrusted, barnacled bugbear.
Yeah.
Is that thing alive? As he kind of whispers down towards the rest of you.
Yes, very much, and he's a bit crazy as well.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
idea. He looks like one of the
crazy.
fragments of the dredger.
Yeah, that fella, he's pretty rough.
Frantic foul of a few of their kind before. They usually just, reap souls.
Yeah, well, they
You know,
spit this
I
one
almost
out.
shot you. You want
He's not talking to you, Moog.
Moog is crazy.
You're up in the
Moog
crow's
is
nest,
crazy.
Moog.
I climbed down. I said I climbed
Climbing down? You
I
give me
said
a
I
goddamn
climbed down.
athletics check, Moog, with your fucked
Sure,
up
you got no
legs.
legs.
Give me a
My legs.
disadvantage athletics test.
You're gonna be this way.
I
You're
am
gonna
gonna be
do
this way with your
You're
messed
gonna
up
do
legs.
He's got no
this.
legs.
You're gonna do it this way. Disadvantage.
Yeah, hell yeah, you're disadvantage mode.
Lieutenant Mo, you ain't got no legs.
Well, I fall out
It's
of
a
the
9.
damn crow's nest.
No, you don't fall out of the crow's nest. It's gonna be a while before Mo gets down. He's slowly he's slowly getting down there. He's not gonna be down anytime soon. He's like an old man trying to.
If you'd have heard me when I said it before we even started moving towards the ship,
Too
I
late.
would be down by now.
It's too late, Mo.
Oh, did you bring
okay.
down my lightning javelin?
Yeah.
He's got his javelin on his back.
That's why I'm taking my damn time.
Oh shit! He's laying down. He is like a walking armory.
I mean, he is. He's got all these weapons.
Yeah, between the armor and all the weapons he has on him, it's ridiculous. Anyways, so smoke's coming down. Well, do we have an accord or do we go our separate ways?
It was nice to have a favor owed of a pirate company eventually at some point.
Indeed, I am at your service, Master
Captain Varel of the formerly of the Sea Hag.
Captain Varel. Ah, I see. A strong name.
Yeah,
one
my
might
ship
say.
sunk.
I know the yeah, I've had that problem before. Hopefully
Mhm.
not for some time now.
What
Regardless,
level
though,
is this
the rest of you look very distinguished.
I'd like to roll an insight check on this individual.
Sure.
Just
Give me an insight check.
I mean, have any of us done it? And I imagine disadvantage. So let's see.
I'm
Insight.
at disadvantage on everything. I don't want to do it.
Oh, a natural 1. We're just gonna. He seems pretty trustworthy.
He does.
I like him.
You are.
God, he's handsome.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gleam on his face and on
Oh
his
my
like
God.
chiseled arms. Very muscular.
Perfect.
And he does. His skin looks like. I mean, it looks like polished marble.
Oh my
He looks
God.
like a living statue.
He is.
Yeah.
This is great. We're never gonna regret this. I can feel it.
I mean, well, Morag, if you think your ship can handle it, we're going to Zenmith too.
We're only a couple hours from Zenmith. We could tow him. It would only to cost us maybe a little bit of time. Yes, indeed. So, do we have an accord?
Yes.
As long as it's okay with Morag.
Right.
So, are you staying on the ship, or are you going back to your ship?
I'll be back on my ship.
Are you sure you don't want to
Would
stay
you
on
like
the
to come see the ship?
Maybe.
Could give you a tour.
I've never been on a pirate ship before.
Well, I could give you the grand tour. We've got a lovely cabin, the captain's cabin, one might say.
Oh wow! I've
Mhm.
only been in one of those like once before, and it wasn't a pleasant experience.
Well,
Maybe
I've
this
got
can be better.
a large feathered bed I stole off of
I
some
love
dynasty
feathers.
folks not too long ago. It's glorious.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Let's
a
go
very
have look
high
at that.
thread count.
Oh wow!
Yes,
okay.
dude, I know.
Luxury.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going with him.
All right, Zoon is going to the pirate ship.
Soon left the
Bye,
party.
guys.
Zoon's walking across the deck. I was like, yes, just
For what?
right this way, right this way.
Oh, I guess
Sorry,
Zoom's a
it's been
pirate
like,
now.
should one of us,
I'll be fine.
we just let that happen?
I'll be fine. I'm just a little intoxicated. I'll be fine.
Maybe.
Yo, if you want to go over
Still
there,
Maybe
drunk.
Billy. Yeah.
Slightly drunk.
No, it's
Smoke
gonna,
wants to come and meet the
Yeah,
other
we're-
bugbear.
I'm gonna go supervise.
Velree, you become skulking over. You're like, is this a Smeagol skulk or is this a normal person skulk? I have to ask because sometimes it gets weird.
No, normal. I'm just, I
Just
feel.
walk over. Okay.
I
It's not,
feel
you're not gonna like
slight
leap
regret.
across. You're like, and like over the deck or anything.
Mom.
Yeah, jump over. Just do a giant leap from our side of the deck all over there.
That would be
Don't
cool.
walk
That would
over.
be cool.
really
I'm gonna do
flex
that.
on him.
Go ahead.
Yeah, flex on them.
From this
Parkour.
distance, you don't need either.
Parkour.
Velree just kind of does a brief jog towards the banister, like the railing on the dragon's horn. It just kind of tips off and like launches like fucking Neo across to the other ship, lands in the middle. A few of the deckhands are like, "Oh shit!" and they're like turning around, spinning around, reaching for weapons and stuff. The captain, no, that it's okay, it's okay. These are our honored guests. They're going to give us a tow as the deckhands on both ships begin to prepare to attach the elusive rose to the back to be towed. Velree and Zoom, you meet two other individuals. The large half-orc, a man of possibly few words. He's got a very large jaw, very large tusks coming out of them. He has this massive maul on his back. I am Krudak. I am second mate. You are most beautiful. He looks down at Velree. You are strong. Krudak would enjoy your company.
It's like Rogar and Busa.
Velree is like, taken aback for a second. She's like, that's nice of you to say. She's trying to be polite, trying to learn her recent manners.
The bugbear woman, in the vestments of a priestess. Krudak, you're being too forward, my dear. I've told you this many times. I just, why don't you go help them with the rigging? And he kind of begins to stalk off. My apologies. I am Nink. I was rescued, believe it or not, by these individuals. I'm acting as a bit of the head of the infirmary. Seems to be very well spoken.
How long have you been traveling with them?
A few days.
What did they rescue you from?
Well, I was on a vessel to Port Arona, and something happened. The ship was going down, and they began taking on some of us survivors.
Insight check. I'm probably going to fail.
Make an insight check. Why not?
At disadvantage again.
I want to thank her for getting him. Oh, 20.
You gotta use luck there. It's a 6. No matter which way you spin it.
At disadvantage,
It's a
I have
6.
the 6. Very trustworthy. She said, these Boel priestesses are very trustworthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She has no reason to lie to you.
Nothing to be afraid of here. Show me that cabin.
Yes. Is your friend? She's talking to Velree. Is he taking her somewhere?
Taking her somewhere?
What is that small man doing with my captain?
Oh.
Walking into the ship at this point.
He just wanted to, look around. He's slightly intoxicated. It's fine.
Okay.
That's why I came over, just to make sure.
All right. I'm slamming that door shut behind me the second we make it in there.
Okay.
Because I'm
slams
sorry.
the door.
And we look and be like, this happens all the time.
Occupado. So.
Occupado. All right. As the
Yes.
door slams shut, there is in fact a beautifully a bed that would belong in a palace chambers that has been constructed
hell
in here. Feathered pillows. There's drapes along the edges.
All the things I couldn't take with me from the cave.
There's mood lighting already set up in here. He snaps his fingers and a few candles light up. Well,
Cheap tricks.
it's been a while, but
I am a cheap trick.
would you like to dance?
Oh,
Shit.
I will dance with him. This will probably implode.
right. Yes, it
I've
will.
been stuck with everyone for a solid month in hell. I'm just
Backpack
saying.
A dance picks up.
I might be maneuvering his ass toward the bed, but
All right. Well,
No,
we
just
will fade to black
do the
at this
seduction
point because
thing.
we know
Yeah,
where this is
fade to
going
black.
at this point.
They're just dancing.
They're just dancing. Exactly. They're
Dancing.
Dancing leads nowhere. We have watched any movies.
it never does.
Never does. It never leads to,
Spinning in circles.
things. Yeah. Footloose. That's all I can say. Let's go. So, as we fade to black, the rigging is tied and the elusive rose is being towed
Ah!
at this point. Holy shit, what was that?
That's my performance
Is that a
roll.
performance check?
I'm
Oh my
disadvantaged.
god! Roll it one more time. Let's
I
see how
know.
it
That's
goes.
why I'm so sad that I
That
lost
was
it.
impressive.
It would have been if I wasn't tired. It's still pretty damn good.
Dear God, it's a 25.
I'm fucking amazing at this.
I will say,
His
Marble.
mind is blown.
Marble is very impressed.
Marble's fucking. He's just.
I mean,
What do you-
for a
he's
man,
pebbles.
for a man,
Pile of rocks now.
you know,
He's
and you might say he's rock hard in all the right places.
Oh,
But
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
And you know,
My bad.
Zoom just, I don't know. Zoom's a master of his craft, and his craft is
Several days with Con. Lots of experimenting.
Lots of
I found what worked.
So
Hopefully it's polished stone and not.
oh, it's polished. It's polished, all right. There ain't nothing rough about this.
Great.
Yeah. So Zoom puts on quite the performance.
And I'm tired. I'm really
even
tired.
even in his exhausted, inebriated state. Zoom's gone for a couple hours. Velree, I don't know sure what you're doing in the meantime.
I'm just
Okay.
kind of standing like not right next to the door, but close enough to where I can make sure I can hear if anything crazy
You
happens.
hear some things
I hear
with that
things,
performance check every once in a while.
yeah. Oh, I heard things before with Con, so it's fine.
It's
But
nothing you're not used to.
yeah. So if it's been a couple hours, it means Zoom is no longer poison, right?
That is true. At some point during his fornication, he becomes
I get better.
unpoisoned. Yes. Also of note, Velree, while you're on the deck of the ship, at several points in time, Krudak comes up to you and tells you how beautiful you are and how he wants you to be his mate. Several times, more than once. It's gonna happen.
Imagine you telling me to fight.
Be my mate.
Are you betrothed to another?
Yes.
Well, technically, I guess.
Yes.
Perhaps I am, but.
Who is this man? I will fight him.
Two birds with one stone.
Velree's trying to decide if she really wants to put that fate on this man, but she doesn't know.
He looks over at the deck of the other ship, picking out who he thinks might be your mate.
You see Tristan and Rogar and
Is it-
Moog are like
Is it?
playing rock paper scissors.
Is it the white one? I will kill him.
Only out of character.
It is none of those. No one on that ship am I met, and I betrothed to.
Of course not. They all look too weak,
Oh, well, I mean,
especially that tall one, the lanky arms. He looks
no
like he's
legs.
already dead.
speaking of already dead, technically the one I am betrothed to is kind of already dead.
That is strange.
You know,
How do you kill what is already dead?
great question.
I will ponder this.
All right, yeah.
I'm gonna fade away from that awkward conversation. All right. Within a few hours, the rest of you, I don't know what the rest of the crew here is thinking about, you know, everyone else on the pirate ship. But yeah, how do you guys feel about this? You know, Varel, you know, Moog, Rogar.
I mean, Villa can handle herself.
Yeah,
If things start popping up, she's probably, ripping people asunder.
exactly. Rogar is going to be like, surely nothing bad will happen while she's over.
Not to her. Remember,
Alright.
Rogar, you always said she was scary and told us to stay away from her.
I did, and I still do.
I think she'll be all right. She'll be all right.
I think I will turn in.
Oh, wow.
I am tired.
It is getting dark at this point. It would be bedtime by now.
Damn it.
I'm gonna,
Exhausted.
gonna like knock on the door and see if Zoom's ready to head out.
Zoom?
Yeah.
What do you, it's been like 2 hours.
How's he doing stamina wise?
He had a couple accidents in that natural one. He may have finished early several times. One might say.
I mean, what does that get from the other end, though?
Couple of accidents. That makes me think, like, what the hell did he mess up? Am I limping back? Like, what's happening here?
I don't know.
Okay, well, if he's had a couple of accidents and he's pretty done, then I'm just
He's
gonna.
tired. He looks
Oh,
exhausted.
And
He looks wore out.
All right, I will get up. I will put my clothes on, get ready to go, and just kind of, give him a look back and just.
He's on the bed, just like half unconscious.
Well, if we're ever in the same town again, look me up, and then I'm gonna just.
As
Yes.
the door
Zoom
opens,
it.
Velree, as you're like
Yes,
about to
yes.
knock on it, and then Zoom's there, relatively put together, a little sweating.
I like kind of peek down. I'm like,
Look over. There is a naked, chiseled marble man on the bed,
Yeah.
just completely naked. He just thrown out. He looks like he's going unconscious right now.
kind of pat Zoom on the back. I'm like, good work. Let's go.
Yeah.
Good work.
Hold Velree's
Good
hand
work.
and go back across.
You go over, close the door. Everyone on the deck of the ship just kind of stares at the two of you.
I'm gonna,
Of course, yeah.
go back away, look over.
Velree, are you like picking him up and jumping back because you guys are being towed on with like ropes?
Oh yeah.
Love that.
Yes. Then do my epic
Upsies.
leap again.
Kind of pick Zune up, like a princess, yeah. Like a damsel. He's gonna jump across. The wind in his hair, so strong.
Over mid jump, I'm like, I hope this makes up for leaving you with the thing.
Oh, what do you mean? Makes up for what? We're square.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You land on inside. You land on the other deck of the ship. Trist, you look back, you see Velree holding Zune.
Yes.
Probably a little bit of jealousy peeks up for a moment.
Yeah. Did you guys have fun over there?
Well, he's not doing
That's
anything tonight.
Tip my hat.
I think we can go to bed now.
I don't know what that means.
Morag's
It means he won't be a
skin
problem.
looks extremely flush. He's like, oh, I see.
They killed him.
They killed him.
I'm gonna let Zoom know he needs to take
It was a
bath.
little death, several little deaths, but the petite one.
You smell sweaty.
You smell sweaty.
Yeah, could you press
Take
to
a bath.
digitate me, please?
I will. It's a funky aroma.
It's a wonderful aroma. I know that you probably don't smell it often, though you could probably fix that situation
Oh damn.
if you really wanted to.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go kill Morag over here.
Now I'm confused. I thought we were talking about
Yeah, no, just
intimacy,
okay, fine.
and now it sounds like death. Did you kill Marble?
In a way, but he's still alive.
I don't want to know. Let's just
Speaks in
let's
riddles.
keep going.
Yeah.
Assuming you guys are taking your long rest at this
Yes,
point.
we're turning in. We're gonna go bunk
Okay.
up together.
Yeah.
Guys,
We're gonna have Moog tell us ghost stories.
is Mo coming down from the crow's nest to tell ghost stories?
Do we want to sleep with Vogue in the room?
Mo will stay in the crow's nest.
Okay.
He's just gonna, if he can make a spot up there to fall asleep, he will.
Does he just
So,
have one
he
sanity point?
made it all the way down just to go back up?
Apparently.
Well, it's been several hours.
Because he's
Been several
insane.
hours.
All that was
Up
to get down and go back
times.
up.
It has been several hours.
But
Like,
Tristan,
spent the whole
you're
day
up.
with you guys on the deck.
Tristan Varel. At this point, before you guys all turn in, Trist, something happens, Trist, and something you probably might have been expecting. Feel a tingling sensation in the back of your head, Trist.
No.
And there is a voice. Well, well, well. You finally show up. So, I've been looking for you for over a month. Safe to say that you killed my tail I had on you. Want to let you know I'm not too pleased. In fact, I'm not pleased at all. I'm letting you know now, as a gentleman, as a man who did you a favor, I brought you back, and this is how you treat me. If you don't deliver what I've asked for, gold tooth and the merchandise, secured within 2 days, I am marking you. 2 days. And believe me, the Lords of Death will not be merciful.
It's a sick metal band.
And you can respond to this message if you like.
I'm on my way to Zenith right now.
There's no response, Trist.
Yeah. I put it back in my pocket.
All right, all right.
Zenith, the drop-off point.
Zenith is where the guy went missing.
Oh, shit.
All right. With that, as you guys all lay your heads down to get a night's sleep, Zune feeling oddly refreshed for some reason.
String of bad luck is over.
You take your long rest, and upon the morning, we'll pick up after our first break.